All right, all right. Very white man is here. All right, I'll start recording with OBS. I think it should be recording now. Let me be sure so that I'll not waste my time. Okay, yeah, it's recording. So I said we are talking about deeper exploration of CorelDRAW, right? So in this session, we'll delve into sorry, my mic was off. So we'll be delving into advanced techniques for creating various print materials like flyers. So we have already touched some part of flyers, so I might not really touch that. But let's see how the class goes. We might touch like business cards and other promotional materials. All right. So these materials are common in graphic design. So mastering them is crucial for what? For your design skills. So one of these materials is designing a flyer. So I think every designer, if you call yourself a designer, whether you are UI UX designer, blah blah blah, digital marketing designer, at least you have a knowledge of designing a flyer, whether with your own kind of idea. So what is a flyer? A flyer is, from our example here, which we created. A flyer is a one-page promotional material, right? That's used for events, business, or organizations. So you learn how to create an eye-catching flyer. So what is the step we take in designing a flyer? So let's say you want to design a promotional flyer for, let's say, a brand that sells maybe they sell hair, and also they make people beautiful by, is it plating hair? I don't know the right word. They make hair also, like an hair salon, all right? So what you'll be working on the layout, right? The kind of layout you want to use, typography, the graphics to create a visually appealing and informative flyer, all right? So what are the steps to design a flyer? Now, do you just put on your PC and just start? How to design a flyer? Okay. You will hang on your screen, all right? You're going to hang there because you might not even get the ideas that you want to use for designing, all right? So what you should do first, or what every designer does when designing flyers, we make a research, right? So before we make that research, we try to discuss with the clients to understand what they actually want to do, all right? So let's say, so we said we are going for like air flyers. Please don't stress me today. Why is Pinterest trying to log in? Okay, I just hold on for my Pinterest to log in. So I would advise you open a Pinterest account also. Alright. So let's see air flyer ideas. So you see that you're going to see like numerous kind of styles that a lot of designers have done, right? So I said the first thing you look out for in your design is your layout, right? Then typography. Now image is also very, very important. That's why most times I tell people that designers, we are not photo retouchers, we are graphic designers, right? But knowing how to retouch an image is like an extra added advantage, right? So which means that you can charge your clients extra for like designing of adding, like, let's say, adding an extra style to the design. Okay, you see this, your picture is not edited, I can help you re-edit it, right? I can add extra stuff to the design, something like that, right? But basically your primary goal when you're designing for a client is to design a good a good flyer for them. So we mostly ask the client that they should snap like proper pictures, right? So if a client snaps a good picture for us, we'll be able to like, even say sometimes your design might not even be so much hard. When you have a very good picture, you'll be able to like create a good design, right? So here's a sample of somebody's flyer, all right? So floral extension, air cleaning, touch of magic. This is another one, air revamp promo. So what do? You're going to like download these flyers, right? So you can download by clicking here, say download image, and then edit. Let me find another one. Download image. So we now have this 1, 2, 3. I think that 2 is enough, or should we add extra? Can you imagine? Here's a flyer for birthday wish list. Come on, people they try. His birthday wish list. So when you're done, I think those 2 is enough. Let me see if there's like hair background. Yeah. They're already giving me models that I can use. But the thing about Pinterest is that I don't like their images. Most of their images are not like really like high quality. So if I want to download pictures, I like to use like free pick. But I think these ones are looking a bit high quality. Let me download this image. So I need a few airs. So layers don't only do like just normal hair. I think I like this one also. The reason I'm choosing this one is because to be easier to trace out, right? 1, 2. So right now what I'm doing is I'm downloading the materials I would need for my design. So let's say maybe it was plates the person is selling. That means I will have to look for those kind of materials also. Alright. So depending on what you're designing for, right? Depending on what you're designing for at the point in time, to determine the kind of pictures you have to download also. See, most of these pictures are looking similar. I've gotten like 4 pictures, right? Let's take this one. I knew that last one did not download. Where down? So here is our 4 pictures, and the 2 pictures you are going to use for our reference. So since you have done that, is to come into your CorelDRAW, right? So your client would have given you like words to use, but me, I don't have words to use right now. That's the problem. So I'm downloading another image. I think it's on my phone. I'm sending it to my WhatsApp. So we'll be using both Photoshop, but I think I don't have enough time to trace this girl's pictures out. Let's see if we can't use Photoshop completely today. We might have to go and use remove.bg to get our background out. I believe I already showed you remove.pg from our previous class. So I downloaded this stuff. Alright, so let me try remove.pg. Should I use Photoshop? What's the quality of this picture set? I think the quality is a bit high, because remove.pg might reduce the quality a bit. So remove.pg. We don't have enough time already on our hands to start tracing the pictures. So I'll go to my downloads, right? So I have the first one. This is an AI tool. So I told you already about us using AI tools to like help us sometimes make our work more faster and efficient. So it has traced the background, and I can download. Alright, save it. So that one I downloaded. I'll click on plus and get this other lady. I'm downloading it. Then this I think by tomorrow, let's see, we might try to open the Photoshop and show you how to trace pictures using this. So in case you don't have internet connection to like use this stuff to trace pictures. Yeah, finally. Downloaded. So that's the best way to design, whereby you already have all the properties you want in here. So I'm going to import them. So we should know how to import, right? So the same way we export, there's an import tool here, right? So if I click on import, or you click on Ctrl I, if I click on import, so it's going to take me to, it took me to desktop because I imported from desktop before. If I go to my downloads, that is where they are. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So just click on the first one, hold shift to the last one. So these ones are the ones without background. As you see, if you click them, they don't have backgrounds. They are different from these ones that have background. I'm going to import them, draw them little by little, right? So I have all my 4 pictures. Then the inspo, because when designing you need inspo. Now the problem we'll be having is that I don't even have a directive of what we are designing, which is actually what are we designing for. Alright. So I'll use like the same size they use here. I think it's 13 by 625. Let's have our models at this side for now. So all I need is a box first of all. So the size is, I think is 13 by 16 1625. Alright. 13 by 1625. Beautiful. So we might want to create our background first, right? So there are some backgrounds we can download, but I was tilting towards not downloading a background, but to just create a background, just like how I told you about this background we created at the beginning. So I might want to copy this kind of background they have here. So all I need to do is just use my color eyedropper, copy this first color here, the colors they have in here. Oh no, F11. I think it's just two colors they use for this background. I'm going to like remove the airline. So the reason I use this kind of color is because you can see the color of the models. You can see that this color is really rhyming with them. It's fine. Really rhyming with them. So now it's now for us to like arrange how we want our design to be. Now there are various ways we can attack this design. Yeah, the very way we can attack it depending on how you want to start your design already. So I might decide to like place this lady here. All right, place the lady here. But most times it's not advisable to like start the design with arranging of the ladies, but you have to have words. Okay, let's see, what are we designing for? Let's say it's still the same hair revamp promo. All right, should we still do hair revamp promo? I think we have to just do that same thing, hair revamp promo. I didn't ask AI to tell me what to do this time. Or let's say anniversary sales. All right, anniversary sales. These hair people, they like to do anniversary sales every time. So anniversary sales. So what kind of font would I use for? Forget about the logo for now, because we are not mainly talking about logo. What kind of font are we going to use for their text? Right, we are going to use like a display font, right? A font that is very, very noticeable, right? So let's see the display font we had from here. What's the display font name? I might want to use another kind of font, like, well, I will just try this ribbon. Let me see how it's going to turn out. So I might just try this ribbon out. So let me see anniversary. The logo will be name. Anniversary sales, right? But I'm not really feeling these fonts, right? So there's a font I like to use, which would suit towards hair and stuff like that. So the name is Gallins, right? So it is like I think it's a sans serif font. Yeah, this one. I prefer using this font most times. So we're going to say anniversary. So what anniversary is it? 1 year anniversary, or let's say 2 year anniversary. You see what I did there? I had to increase this one and decrease this so that they will be like at the same measurement. Right. So for the 2 years, what I'm going to do, I'm thinking of, should I still try out this font? We can try it out, or look for another font that's going to work with it. So we'll say 2. 2 years. Anniversary sales. Let's stick to what we're doing already. Alright, 2 years anniversary sales. So it's already, two of them are, they are already placed together. So remember, items that are placed together are perceived to be what, to be related. Alright, so then what would they be offering in these 2 years? What this brief I don't have is really affecting me. So what would the brand be offering for this 2 years anniversary? Let's say 10% discount, all right, or 10% discount. So if you want to like give like a 10% discount, we might just type the 10%, but most times I don't like typing it that way, right? So we can search for like visit free pick and search for, let's say 10%. You can just say 10%, maybe in gold. So you will find some already 10% that are already here already. Now here the problem starts is to find the actual kind of 10% that you need.
I don't know the two places. Nobody go there.
It's you one way.
Just Pepsi or something.
Please, I'm having class. Collect Pepsi and stuff. You guys are making noise. Should I go for 10%? This is a premium file. We are not going to use a premium file in this class. God forbid. Let's see, I'm going to copy this file. Kingeri, are you interested in that food?
Which food?
That food.
You collect loan from me when you get interest.
In the crack joke. So there's this site where I can just copy this file and paste it. Let my internet work, I'm waiting. Don't mind them. No, I don't support you.
Yes,
if you register, you must attend.
yes,
So, what's the good one you use if I don't attend?
Okay, no worries. Who like you will work for you. So I have that image now. I'm going to trace the background from here also. Let's see if this will work, because it might be low quality. We'll try to come here on time anyway, disturb me. I understand. So 10% off. I'm waiting for it to trace. So once it traces, I'll take it back to my design. Oh boy, trace now. I'm sure you're taking long. Taking long now. Remember what I tell you? Oh no fight.
I carry Pepsi. I was going to tell my festival. Nobody did.
Yeah.
I carry Pepsi.
Can't keep waiting for that stuff. So while it's still tracing, let's arrange these pictures. So let's see how these pictures go. Food what I don't. To me sef this morning, the thing no gree connect, but you go connect, just connect to the Starlink, click and you go connect. Are you sure? Sure say they no wan change password like this. I go ask them for the password. And that one war go use happen. See na una. Really. Now you no serious for your money now. I'm thinking of exchanging where they are. Okay, is this better? I think this version is better. I would have placed this lady also, but the edge is cutting. Unless I want to like maybe put her in here. Might not come out nice. But let's try it first. So I'm going to power clip them, group them, then power clip inside of this box. I think it came out well, right? So I'll ungroup them and make this one a bit bigger because it's looking a bit small. Let me check on what we are tracing. My God, this stuff does not want to trace. Let me open that page. Remove dot pg. Because I need that 10% stuff. So upload the image. Is now trace. Alright, that's traced. So I'm going to bring in that 10%. I don't even really need every aspect of the 10%, right? So I'm tracing, I'm using my shape tool to remove this part. Well, I have an idea. Is not high resolution, right? Because we didn't download it properly. That's not working. I'm going to use the full image. So So let me take it to Photoshop.
Yeah.
Papa, what is up?
It's not the query. Who the query? No, well, that umbrella.
Didn't tell her now.
New query you are being paid. You say why?
Okay, that's the way you carry one allow.
So fine.
Well,
Well, I know they hear when I was doing that. You tell us.
Please, I'm having a class.
You know, go pick up the
So I'm going to use Photoshop and I'm going to teach all this later. I want to cover. So I feel it. So can basically cover all this stuff. So don't really worry about how I'm doing this. This is like another day. I'll show you how I'm achieving this in Photoshop. But if you are looking closely, you will be able to understand how I'll be able to do this. So I'm just covering this background because I'm going to type another thing inside of it. So the color we have here now is green. So basically this is not what I want.
So can we still in
What are you saying? I'm not hearing you. Your network is.
I said can we do this if can we do this thing in CorelDRAW? This thing you are doing now,
You
me
cannot do
covering
it.
the
You
stuff
cannot do it
inside the
in.
background.
You cannot do it in CorelDRAW. But there is a trick I can use in CorelDRAW to do it, right? But this kind of style cannot be done in CorelDRAW. Like I said, CorelDRAW is made for vector designs, right? While Photoshop is made for raster kind of designs, right? So like photo editing, all those kind of things, we cannot achieve it in CorelDRAW. That's why I had to bring this into Photoshop to edit this stuff. But let's say I was trying to do it in CorelDRAW. I will show you what I would have done instead. But just hold on. Let me be done with what I want to do here. Okay. I'm going to enhance this picture. Thank God I haven't brought it.
Alright.
Yeah. So if I go to my image and there is auto tune, let me see. I'm going to change anything. So I'll go to levels. Oh, select singles. I prepared the other one. Left me with 10%. So if I wanted to do this same thing I'm doing here in CorelDRAW, it means that what I would need to do is to just draw a box over this thing. As simple as that. Draw a box, then curve the edge should be like this. Then I'll have to copy this color I have on the background inside of this. It might not work perfectly like that, you see it? So it might still be noticeable. Unless I want to like fill the whole box. I have to go like FNF11, copy my color. So I would have to like fill up this space, then draw the box up to this extent, and use the curve tool like that. So this is what I would have done, but it will look very noticeable, right? So let me bring the one I edited in Photoshop and let's see the difference. So there's a bit of difference between it. So you might go with this or with the one I did in Photoshop now. Sorry, I want to change this into the air revamp. So this will be reduced. I wouldn't want to clamp on top the face of the models that we have. So I need to like, instead of using just black, I'll fill up these texts with colors. We might use like probably the same color they use for their text here. Let's say FN, F11. So I'll be mixing two colors, right? So my first color, I might even copy the colors from the skin of people. Let me say the brown from this girl. Then there's another kind of brown here, but not that brown. See that? So if you rotate it now, you see the difference. I click on OK. So I wouldn't want the up and down different colors. So I'm going to break them, Ctrl K. Alright, so with Ctrl K, you can see the colors spreading on both of them. Off sales or 10% off discount. Let's just say discount. So I use like Gilroy bold. You see that I didn't use like a stylish font at this point, right? Because I wanted something that could stand out, that looks just like what we are having. So throughout this design, the only families I'll be using will be the Gallons and this. let's get up to, I'll be using a different font family inside of Gilroy, so we Gilroy medium. So since everything is centralized, we'll centralize. I think that's why this is looking off in my eyes. Let me try to centralize them all. Going to be so obvious, that's just the problem. Let's say it gets up to 10% of any of our products in the next 10 days. Whenever you buy goods worth above 50,000 naira. I think that stuff wasn't working at that point. So let's add text first. Like I said, there are various ways we can approach the design. For readability, I'll increase this font type. Let's say 30. Hold on, I'll try and write something. So instead of that, I'm going to use a box. We are not just copying what another designer did. They're trying to like be creative with ours.
make it to align together
Which particular
to
one?
the same line.
I've been doing that for a long while now. So if I put this one here,
After you added that,
calm down, calm down. So let's say this one is here and I want it to align to this. I'll have to click on this and hold this other one and click on L and they come together. L means length. So let's say inside this box now, this one was outside, right? So I wanted it to be inside it. I used E with letter E, it comes to like center, and C brings it to the center. How was I was able to do that? So we use all these texts to align the text.
okay.
Alright. Let me see if I work this background, I will like it to colors. If it's going to work. So I'll make this text, let them have some colors. They don't just look ordinary, right? It is our 10% that we are having a problem, you know. I might not later use this 10% in this design. Right. So let me add our services to this. So for our services, what does this brand offer? The same thing, weekly, same weekly, weekly campaign. Let's see, I might not later use that 10% that we have there, since I have another sheet here. But that 10% is not really working in this design, it's a centralized arrangement. So I might do something like 10% here later on, depending on what we later create. So let's create, so I'll just duplicate this, Ctrl V, reduce it. Let me see if it's still up. Yes, that's the thing about design. If you are designing, you'll be seeing things that you don't like. I think I don't like the way that stuff looked like before. Let me see. I prefer this. No. I beg. Thinking, okay. This is the reason why when designers want to work for you, they are like, when will you deliver? They tell you 3 days time. It's because you need enough time to think and come up with like the idea that is not looking like any other person's own. If you understand. So we are not like stealing people's design. What we do is that we like copy what they have created and create another kind of design. So let me take color from here. Not a week recovery. I want to remove this place this week. At least anywhere that is buying air should know what they are doing. They move. So let me try semi-cool medium. When will the offer end, right? So we say instead of offer end, we'll say this program will be running from promo runs from blah 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 blah. So I will copy the kind of idea they have here. But instead of having coughed, we are going to have just the same kind of stuff we'll be having here. So I paste that off. So I might say promo run, sorry, let's say 2nd June 2024. I think we should stick to offer ends. But if you are saying offer ends, when does the promo start? We are in August, right? August. Yeah, you don't go far for these qualities. Let's see, 15 to 17. August 2024. So I can reduce this way this thing. you have to make sure that this text down here is aligning with the one at the top here, as the ones in the box. So if you have anything in the box, they all of them will have to be like. So we are no longer using 10% off. I'm thinking of something. Let's try something else. So I'll go inside here, or click it inside, and drag it back here. Shift page and see how that. I think it's working well. I think I will now write my 10% on this. Yeah, I'll copy this and follow the have here. So as a designer, you have to be creative in your own way, how to arrange your own designs in your own way. Which one? Should I use white on it or which one should I use? You can see
not
here.
White, this particular one.
This brown. I need something
Yes,
I can
yes,
show
that
on
brown.
it so that they can. Is it alright on it? Let me see if I.
This one is okay now. This one is good.
Yeah, because you can read it better. Yeah, I think so. Let me find another color to like mix it up. Designers, so please, you will see the stress that your designers go through to like find like the perfect so it's not just to just put on their computer and they start designing. No, there's a lot more involved. So you see their social media handles, they place them down here. I mean, I wouldn't want to do that. I would want my design to be like different from theirs. So I can place my social media icons here, my social media icons here. Alright. So we'll say contact us or blah blah blah, whatever. Do we really need to put contact? Before I do anything, I always make sure they are arranged aligned. I know why I'm repeating this over and over again. So you have to make sure that it's arranged and aligned. So let's not go over the stress of designing icons again. Should we do that? No, I wanted to go and copy our icons from that we have already from this stuff. Now we can actually design this stuff, right? So when we start getting into icon designs, I might show you how we do all this stuff. But I already showed you an easy way of getting icons, right? Which is this. In fact, let's design these icons. Let's design the WhatsApp icon. So what we do first is we draw a circle. So I've shown you how to, like, let's say you download a picture that has icons already, right? So you can just convert them and then voila, you have a new icon. But in a scenario where you don't have such opportunity, we can use our shapes. So that was why we taught on our last class how to use simple shapes and create kind of shapes, maybe geometric or maybe organic shapes. So is this our WhatsApp then? So just with two of them, I'm going to weld it. Right, so weld these two together. Right, so like this. That triangle is not in the right space. So I weld them together. Alright, so now I have this shape. So let's say you need this call icon, but you don't have it here. So we have the call icon. If you click on Control F11 on CorelDRAW, you're going to have insert characters, which are something like this. Control F11 bring this out. Right, so this call icon, I already have it here because I've used it before. Or you need to, if you search for a font that is called Webdings, you'll find a lot of icons inside of here. Alright, a lot of icons inside of here. So if I say these Webdings, so you see eyeglass icon, a lot of icon, anyone that you need for that particular project, you find it even for email and stuff. Let me look for the call. So these are the phone. So I can drag this phone out in here. So all I need to do is rotate it, let's say 5 degrees. That's all. Right. So now we have our WhatsApp. So now let's create Instagram. This one will be more easier. So we just need to draw the box. I think the box should equal size 419. So I will curve it. So when you curve to like the edge, then we'll copy Control or you duplicate and make it smaller. So you know how we make a box to look like a circle. So we have to reduce it to like up to one edge. Easy. So I'll duplicate it and also make it smaller. So if you're around when we did the vector shapes, you know how we're able to do all this. So when I'm done here, so you see that it's so tiny, right? So I have to like increase the airlines. So I increase the airlines to, let's say, like 4 or 4 is much. 2 or 0. Let me try 3. So for this black one, I wouldn't give it an airline. Alright, I wouldn't give it an airline. So what airline did I give? 3.0. And 3.0 is alright. Then we now have the TikTok stuff. If you had downloaded this, I think it would have been done by now, but I think it's better you go this route, right? So that nothing will be hard for you. I'm thinking towards using like ideal. Let me see. I think something I have. Okay, it's facing inside. There's no point. So I'll duplicate this stuff here. I think it's last one. If it is a better phone, I don't mind. Very soon. Android goes to personal. Android goes to personal. All this iPhone shit. So we cover this area. 7 gig. I will use our Starlink. Confess. So for here, instead of wasting time, I'll just draw a circle. Remember when I taught you how to use the arc tool? So this is the arc tool. This arc tool here. So if I make it become arc, let me mirror this, right? So I can reduce this to this edge, then move this one here. Just like that. So I can increase the airline here. I think that's basically it. Even though it's not that perfect, I think that's basically it. So what we'll do now is that this airline that we have here, we're going to convert it to an object. So object, convert outline to object. And this one also, we'll convert the outline also to an object. So if I should weld them together, then I can start deleting whatever aspect of the design I feel is not arranged well. I think we didn't even get the TikTok properly. Let's try our old stuff. Let me get the TikTok account. TikTok icon black. So instead of going through all those stress, we can just download the picture. Now, as you see, the TikTok, their color is pink and kind of kini or whatever is their color. It's not advisable that you go and get the TikTok pink and bring in a design where the brand does not even have pink at all in their brand guideline. So persons make that mistake where you now see Facebook would have its own blue color, this one will have its own blue color, right? So easily like this now I've traced out this picture. Right, so I've traced it instead of wasting so much time trying to do that. So if you tried your best to like, but possibly you should be able to design that so that I'm not really seeing the design properly, it's pixelated. Alright, so I have the icons I'm looking for. So now this one also, I'll change an object, convert outline to an object. I think this phone is not thick enough. Let me give it an airline. Yeah. If you look at the phone, so it's not even like the actual WhatsApp phone. So you might, if you want to, like, let's say you want to really create the WhatsApp icon, you might have to like maybe download it. Because the phone is different. The phone I'm using is different. We'll use it like that. Objects, convert outline to objects. Hold on. Oh my god. So here is how I want to arrange my own stuff. So instead of following their style of arranging it straight, I'll be using another style instead. So I can select all this icon and say edit, copy properties from the field as the color of this. Right. So it's going to look like bullets. They'll be arranged like bullets also. So let's see, plus 2, 3, 4, 0, 7, 0, 50, 75, 95, 69, 50, 75, 95. This is my WhatsApp number. Another number I have. So you see where we had to place like contact and other ones. So it shows proximity. What should we be talking about proximity? What is this brand name? So let's say heaven. That is the brand name. Heaven. So on TikTok is Heaven NG. I on Instagram. There need to be an art. Now this computer I'm using. Art Heaven. Nobody should go and use this name. Heaven. Let's say Heaven HQ. So let's say maybe that's the separate names for them. So I'll bring this text apart. Fix this one with this E and X. This E. Boy, I did for you, Rufia. They are smaller, so I think I should like a bit semi-bold so that people can see it when they read it. So now you can see our reference. You can see the reason why we have to bring like other designs right in so that we could get inspirations from them. But getting inspirations from them doesn't mean that we are designing exactly what they have. Alright, so I want to move this lady here. I think that space is just wasted. As you keep designing, you'll be noticing things that okay, you might want to change around the design. Where is our heaven logo? Yeah, well, I did. Devil. Yes. What kind of wordplay will I give the motto? There's a hair for angels. Person check your portfolio. Yeah, they need to work on all these apps. Even for TikTok too, that was the investment. You will just view person profile. You will tell person say 1, 2, 3. Find another LinkedIn account now. said, the design we are making is not, we are not designing logos currently. What we are doing right now is just design. So reason being why you should not really disturb yourself about designing the logo. So I'm going to move this box up the page. You're done, you can compare, look, check, say what is missing, what can I add to this design. So basically I didn't download anything, right? It's only the ladies pictures, and don't worry, I'll send the pictures of the ladies and everything into our group. Bro, I did recording. Why no one get sense? I'm trying to like make sure that the measurement of the space at the top here is the same with the one down here. That's the reason for all this while that you're seeing me doing So we are trying to achieve balance. So once you design, you shouldn't just stop there. You have to like check if everything you have did is balanced. It's very, very important. It's a very key aspect of design, the kind of spacing in between each section. Somebody will be calling you, you see that you're not picking. You will be trying every way to come up with a different thing. Then you can say that we are done here. So here's the flyer. Alright. So and from our notes we talked about practical designing in promotional flyer. So this is a promotional flyer for a brand that is doing 10% off, right, of whatever they sell, revamping, winging, tinting and styling and so on and so forth. So we have to like put where will the promo run, how will people reach out to them. So everything is divided into various sections, and the kind of colors we used was also important. Remember I told you I told you about an idea of picking colors from the pictures of the persons that you're designing on. So you notice the background color and some of the colors were selected from the skin of the subjects you're using. Reason being that so that it will blend easily with the design. Alright. So other explorations are creating business cards. Right. So if you can create something like this, creating a business card might not really be too hard for you. So I'll give you like you try it out. Though basically what I want you to do is try out this flyer, right? But you can also try out some business cards, maybe a letter heading, and let's see by tomorrow. Alright. You can post them in the group, say okay you tried out a letter heading also, using all the skills that we have taught, how to use the crop tool, how to use the box tool and fun and stuff, and create a design. Now this design we did it I think in like 40 minutes or 30 minutes. Alright. So you wouldn't compare yourself to me, alright? Because I have already understood how to do all these things. But I told you that an easier way to make designs, why people get confused most like in design is because they tend to just open the computer screen and start designing. Right? But you see that I have to like find inspirations. So there's no shame in getting inspirations from other designers, right? So there are resources out there. So you can find others. Now, listen. I want you to like try and recreate, because right now I don't expect you to like be so pro to come up with your own ideas, right? So please, you try and create exactly what I have here. I know it might not be really arranged, but what I'll be looking out for is the text arrangement, right? The image arrangement, how you did this and how you did that, right? So please, I'll be exporting this very soon, and I'll send it to your group. So let me end my recording for now. So I'm stopping.